Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the weekly Levinson and Associates training webinar series. We have just one webinar this week, which has been rare, especially coming out of the new year for us. But I think this one is going to be good enough, big enough, where all agents will walk away with some great nuggets, okay? And a few of the reasons why, just real quick. So, final expense in the past, right, was always a niche part of the industry. And yes, we always had final expense agents and agencies who did very well, but most of our agents were more focused on middle America to the upper end, let's call it, with IUL and big UL and whole life sales. So I think what's happening here and what we're all seeing is agents, okay, and it doesn't matter what side of the scale you're on, everybody's forced to work from home and sell over the phone, right? I mean, we even have a lot of MDRT, these guys are writing. In fact, there's, I'd say it's probably evenly split now. We have some guys and girls writing over 100, 200, 500,000 of paid premium, all on permanent products. And now, fast forward, half of their premium is focused on mortgage protection and final expense. So I think, slowly the shift is happening and agents are realizing, look, if it's a, $1,000 a year sale, great. It can open doors to other products and other referrals. So it's okay when we're all forced to work from home. So, it's an interesting time, and it's our job as an IMO, right, to go out and find what works. If it's mortgage protection, premium finance, final expense, we have to find what works, what doesn't, and then bring all of these great products and tools and tech to our agents. And then the final step is we have to make sure everyone is trained and understands how everything works, right? And we have to make sure that we vet these lead programs and then offer co-op pricing to you as well to make all of this work and kind of complete the puzzle, right? So I think we did exactly that with our complete turnkey final expense program. We're going to dive into everything today. So we have a lot of information to cover. We made some updates, some changes to our training guides, our lead programs, the Insure Me Now direct site, okay, which you should be literally have on autopilot in the background. So if you're focusing on your leads and you're sitting back and making your calls, your website and social media marketing should be running 110%. 24/7, okay, like autopilot, okay, literally. So we're going to go over all of the tools, marketing, videos, e-blasts, everything that you can leverage that Levinson has to offer, and most of this is free, okay? Now, what's wrapped up in this entire turnkey final expense platform is a brand new product rollout that agents have been asking for many years now. In fact, since we launched Insure Me Now Direct, agents have been saying, Bill, I need a traditional final expense product on the platform, or I need something that's client driven, right? Where I can just initiate the request and boom, an email goes out to the client, they can quote, apply, and get approved, and I don't do anything. They can do it at 2 a.m. and I'm in bed sleeping, okay? So we did exactly that with the launch of the Patriot product. So that's what we're going to go over first. And then we actually have our VP from the carrier who's going to jump on as well. And he's going to speak for about 20 minutes on the new product launch. When he's done, we're going to go over some of the new training tools and tech that I was just speaking about. And then we're going to have our question of the day at the end. So, of course, as usual, the question has to do with one of the slides that we're touching on today. So make sure you're paying attention, writing down notes. You can also use the question box. Usually it's on the bottom right corner or upper right corner, depending on your screen and your setup. But we're going to answer all of your questions today. Most will be done instantly, but if not, we'll get to it right after the presentation. So point is, make sure you're paying attention to all three of us, okay? Myself, Joseph, and Gavin. So please. Okay, the Patriot product, obviously, that's the focus of today's call. So I'm going to just mention a few things. So very, very cool stuff here. Your client can literally, like I said, go on at 2 a.m. They can quote, apply, and get approved in under 8 minutes with no phone interview, okay? Zero phone interview. That's a big, big deal in the final expense arena, okay? So this platform and the e-app is optimized for smartphones, tablets, desktop, whatever your client prefers, we have the platform, okay? So no problem there. So basically there's two different types. It's one product, but there's two roads the client can go down. Number one is immediate death benefit. Number two is graded issue amounts. And I don't want to steal any of Gavin's thunder, but just a few highlights. Issue amounts up to $25,000. We have final expense leads to go along with the platform starting at just $8. Okay, now think real quick, okay, and I always say this, put your innovative, pivoting hat on, right? Now think about call centers, right? Think about agents in your downline working from home, right? They're literally calling on these leads. We even have very inexpensive aged final expense leads. So they're literally calling all day long, these leads and prospects, right? As soon as they get someone that says, oh my gosh, yes, I'm interested, great. Check your email whenever you get a chance, and you can go through the whole process on your time. You wake up in the morning, you see the case is paid, done, you get your commission check, you move forward. Okay, now you say, well, Bill, this process is like almost too good to be true. Is the comp cut in half? Are there no renewals? Well, the answer is it's full agent commission plus renewals and a 6-month advance. Okay, as long as you qualify. Okay, so your credit has to be okay. All right, you can't have horrible credit and then get the advance, as you know. But all of the perks here. Okay, so there's no gray area. There's no, typically you're going to see a slide in a few minutes that is going to show you how these rates stack up against the traditional final expense carriers. And you probably say to yourself, oh, the premium must be double. You're going to see they're priced very, very competitively. And some of the cells, number 1, some number 3, some number 5, but they're always in the top 5. So I think you'll be very pleased with that. It's an A-rated company, so it's not like you're working with a B or C company, which nobody wants to work with, obviously. So, I think that you all are going to love this. We've been working on it for a while now. We're very excited about the opportunity, and we hope you all are as well. And I'm just going to say one more thing, and then we're going to jump right in. This is a big deal, in my opinion. You ready? With your first application, okay, with your first app, and I think we have 45 days from today. So with your first application, you get an Amazon package. And what does that mean? $150 Amazon gift card and the Amazon Fire tablet with your first app, okay? No minimum premium, as long as it's not a family member or a relative or yourself. Okay, so if the premium's $22 a month, first application, boom, $250 Amazon package. You win. Everybody wins with your first app. Okay, love that. And there's no secret here. The thinking behind it, we know once you write your first app, you're going to see how simple this is and you'll be off to the races. So that was the logic behind this. It's a co-op deal with us and the carrier. So anyway, we cannot wait to pay these out to everybody that's on this call today. And by the way, we have literally we're just under 1,000, okay, right now. So we have a few, we have a viewing, what do we call it, like a webcast going on right now. And then, of course, we have agents logging in from home. But the attendance is awesome. So thank you to you all. We would love to pay this out to each and every person that's on this phone call today. All right, let's jump into the first slide here. So real quick, what I wanted to mention, there is no better time, right, for selling final expense and guaranteed issue than now. Okay, and here, just real quick, the latest LIMRA statistic, 60 million uninsured and underinsured households in the U.S. today, okay, 2021. 60 million uninsured and underinsured households in the U.S. That, to me, is a wide open opportunity. And let's face it, with the pandemic, insurance and life insurance in general, the conversation is skyrocketing. So you just have to get the name and word out there that, hey, it's Bill Levinson or Susie Smith, the local life insurance guru for Coral Springs or South Florida or this part of the country. It doesn't matter. Okay. So great opportunities now. Let's focus on the left side real quick. This is straight up guaranteed issue. Okay. So everyone qualifies. We have Gerber, okay, which is on the Insure Me Now direct platform, 100% client driven, AIG, Great Western, United Home Life. Our newest carrier is on the bottom left corner, Guarantee Trust Life. The reason why? Look at the issue ages, 40 to 90, folks. No one else goes 40 to 90. So that's why we brought them on for straight guaranteed issue. And let's face it, a lot of these final expense leads, right, are going to be seniors that are not healthy, unfortunately. So the point is you have an outlet here, okay, where you're still getting paid a healthy compensation package. So just keep that in mind. On the right side, obviously, top left corner, you're going to see Patriot, our newest product that we're talking about and launching today. And then, of course, we have the CVS Health product, okay, which is blowing up right now, Prosperity, Americo, and you can see a list of all the carriers. The red asterisk means that that final expense product comes with a 1-year scholarship at no additional charge, okay, and no commission reduction. That's another great hook, especially if you're marketing on Facebook or social media. We even have new 2 or 3 minute videos, okay, that we can co-brand with your picture, your name, your logo that you can use on social media. It's already done for you. We spent the money. It's free as long as you're appointed, no charge. So run with this stuff, okay, and get the word out there. Be the final expense superstar in South Texas or wherever you're working from. Okay, let's move forward here. So just a few more things I want to mention. This is the incentive program. Now, I'm going to tell you real quick, with the new incentive, I have never, you can see on the right side there, and also we're going to email this out to every participant on the call. I've never seen a company come out of the gate and say, with your first app, $250 Amazon package, no minimum premium. I've never seen that. That's how sure that and that's how much we know that when you write your first app, you're going to be off to the races, okay? So we're putting our money where our mouth is. $250 Amazon package with your first app, and you can see the dates there. We're basically starting it in a couple of weeks to give you a chance to get appointed, and we're ending it on April 9th, if you want to jot that down. Now, what I was saying earlier, the rates, you'd say to yourself, because of the convenience, you know, usually there's a price to pay for this. Either the commission is cut in half or the rates must be just crazy, off the charts. Well, the answer is no. Look at the left side real quick. We show you a 65-year-old non-tobacco, $15,000 of death benefit. Look at the monthly rates there, okay? Royal Neighbors, Transamerica, Columbian, and Prosperity. Those are all big players in the final expense arena. Look at our new Patriot product, $84.50, okay? That's number 2 on the left side for males. On the right side for females, that's number 3, okay? So we are actually number 4. So we are right there. And look at the difference. We're talking pennies and in some cases a few dollars, okay? But for the convenience, right? And your $250 Amazon package with your first app, right? I think this is a great deal. And when you see commissions and renewals, and by the way, if you have a downline, if you have agents under you, right? What a great recruiting hook. And we have GA packages available as well. Okay, so you could be the first one to offer this. I would, in fact, Joe, let's put an e-blast together that our agents can use to start recruiting as well, to build their own downlines. So I want to do that. We'll mention something in the thank you email that we send out today. And by the way, you'll have that in your inbox before the day is up. Okay, let's move forward. We're going to jump into the feature presentation. We have Gavin joining us, and we're going to dive into the new Patriot Life final expense product. Gavin, you there?
I am. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate the introduction. Super excited to talk to you guys. As Bill mentioned, been working with Bill and Joe for a good amount of time, really trying to understand the agents who choose to work with you guys and their customers, and really feel like a lot of the great points that were just mentioned. I think we've built the right product for the right reason, and I think it's coming along at the right time. And really are excited to present this and get some feedback and get you guys going. Super excited. So I'm going to go ahead and dig into a few slides. My background, just to kind of level set and set the stage with everybody. I have a background as an enrollment counselor, so I've participated in individual and group worksite enrollments for a number of years. Also have the benefit of being an agency owner, and also spent 15 years on the carrier side. So I've seen just about every product across every distribution system. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And really set out with Patriot Life to be a game changer in the final expense market, knowing how you guys work with customers. Our time today is going to be about 20 minutes. Appreciate you guys paying attention. Please use the question box. Those will go to Joe, and Joe and I will make sure they get answered. But real quickly, going to give a bit about the program, talk about the product, which is a game changer, talk about the technology, which I think is a tremendous catalyst, and then recap the incentive program that we have in place. So program overview, it's for us, it's real simple. Patriot Life, competitive level and graded benefits. It's the tried and true whole life final expense product. It's a really competitive price, like you just saw. It's really competitive street commissions with the opportunity to identify and reward downline agents. It's a really unique mobile experience. And I think the game changer in the marketplace is the ability to go from quote to policy in 8 minutes without requiring an agent or the customer to participate in a tele interview. Just a high level about the product, level benefit, pretty standard here. Full benefit day one, the face amounts go up to 25,000. Pre-COVID, the issue age went up to 80. During COVID, they scaled it back to 75. I don't really know when that's going to come back. I think as we get towards the summer and we start to really understand the impact of vaccines, I think you may see it loosened. But for now, we're going to hold it at 75, and then rate classes based on tobacco usage for tobacco and non-tobacco. So very standard there. The graded benefit, also consistent with the marketplace. Full benefit after 2 years. If the person dies within the first 2 years, it's 2 years return of premium plus interest. Interest rates are pretty terrible right now. So I can't give you the exact interest rate, and some states have a minimum floor. But suffice it to say, the interest rate's better than the broader market because rates are terrible. But obviously the intent here is to make sure that somebody, gets kind of the full benefit of the plan. Graded benefit, probably just like a lot of other insurance companies you guys have an opportunity to work with. The face amount goes down to 15,000, and the issue age goes down to 70 years old, down from 75 due to COVID. And again, tobacco and non-tobacco. We are launching in a handful of states. We have plans to continue the national rollout, but as of today, here on the list, and we can follow up in future communications, these are the states where we're currently available. Again, looking to add probably the mid to upper 20s in number of states, probably by the end of the year, and then continue to pick off and ultimately build a national footprint. So a bit about the product. Patriot Life, what sets Patriot Life apart? First is the AM Best A rating. Patriot Life have been around for about 20 years, owned by Frankenmuth Insurance. And so if y'all are familiar with home, auto, or small commercial, Frankenmuth is a very strong regional player in the Midwest, upper Midwest. They've been around for 152 years. They're a tried and true Midwestern values company, strong German roots in that part of Michigan. They have had and maintained their AM Best A rating forever. Awesome at what they do. They saw about 20 years ago an opportunity to diversify into life insurance. It's been a really good run. And one of the things that sets us apart is really trying to do a more data-driven underwriting approach in near real time that takes out points of friction for you as agents and your customers through the tele interview and the medical exam. The product market fit, from where we sit, 65 to 74-year-olds are really the sweet spot. And those folks tend to be identified, as you guys well know, transitioning from an employer-paid group term life, where that process to convert to an individual plan may not exist. If it exists, it may be full of friction. It also may be very pricey. So that's one way that folks kind of tend to get to that final expense doorstep. And the other is, the place where we're seeing a really strong fit is follow-up for Medicare AEP. And that's why I'm super excited to get this going with you guys at this time of the year, because I know for the agents that are focused on more of the health business, you're coming off of that busy season, and we'll kind of asterisk what the government is about to do, maybe with what feels like perpetual open enrollment. But for now, I think a lot of agents like you guys are reaching out to your clients, making sure that the health has been kind of properly resolved. And now you're doing the needs analysis around life insurance. And so to me, the timing couldn't be better to launch this program with you guys and see if you can make a meaningful impact in your customers, right? So follow for Medicare AEP tends to yield a ton of leads when it comes to final expense insurance. And then as Bill talked about a few minutes ago, we all know that face-to-face meetings are difficult due to COVID-19. They're not impossible. With the right conditions, I think a lot of folks have managed to do face-to-face. But in the scenarios where that is challenging, our approach represents a great value add in being able to initiate a process with a customer and let them run with it. Mobile first design. So everything that we build is really designed to work great on smartphones and tablets, works just fine on desktops and laptops. But the screenshots you see here, iPhone, iPad, trying to take that traditional application experience and really distill it down into a way that works how and where agents like you guys want to work. And so, it's a really simple question set. And we think it looks really nice and it flows really well. And so, for us, reducing friction tends to lead to confidence that you have in working with customers. When customers perceive that there's little friction, they want to be involved in the process. And when they want to be involved in the process, the close ratio tends to go up. Really easy to collaborate. And so from within our portal at any point in the process, and I believe this is a differentiator trending towards a game changer, you can share this product off with your customers. And so the first evolution of this is from within the platform. All you need is a name, an email address, and a mobile number, and your customer gets an email link that they can pick up and continue the application as far as they want. The next phase of this will be a standalone URL, and we're working to get that done. Bill and Joe are super excited, working to get that done in March. And so literally trying to fall in with the sell while you sleep, the ability to just drop a URL into any conversation channel that you have going on versus our platform and be able to engage a customer. So I think that's definitely a differentiator, and again, trending towards a game changer. The application itself is pretty straightforward. There's the applicant data, bare minimum that we really need to know about the applicant. 8 knockout questions. If you answer yes to any of those 8, you're just not a fit for this particular product. 4 knockback questions that determine the level of the graded benefit. Really simple beneficiary capture. Again, really trying to make this as quick and as efficient as possible, reducing friction for both you and for your customer. The underwriting process, and this is really kind of the sizzle on the steak, what makes it special for what we've built, is one, after the application has been submitted, both the customer and the agent get an email reflecting that submission, also with a copy of the application. And then we do underwrite. And what allows us to be price competitive is we've taken a really modern, data-driven approach to underwriting. And so once that application is submitted, we go and pull MIB, MVR, which is driving records, credit history, and pharmacy. And we combine those 4 things and all of the many hundreds of components that go underneath it with the application, and we come up with a composite score. And that composite score kind of determines what the underwriting outcome is. All of that happens in 3 minutes. And so the outcomes for that are get exactly what you applied for. And about 80% of the time, that is the outcome. Can't get what you applied for, but you can get something else that traditionally that's applied for the level. But usually through some combination of MIB and prescription history, that level offer turns into a graded. About 10% of the time, there's a need to talk to underwriting. Honestly, the instances of that happening so far have been kind of reverse driver's license numbers, usually typographical things. It really hasn't been a focus of ascertaining a different or additional details on a health history. It's really been data capture. And then about 5% of the time, ultimately, there is a declination just through the underwriting process, just not a very good fit. And so at the end of those 3 minutes, a customer and agent get the application update email. And then the workflow kind of fits for all 4 of those different options. We do have a digital mode of payment. You know, this is one place where if the agent's not comfortable capturing the credit card information, that share feature is a great value. We do debit and credit card support today. Continue to investigate options for bank draft. Just haven't found the easy solution like we have with payment. Stripe is our vendor. They're the #3 global digital payment provider. And then the other interesting thing that we have is we have electronic signature. It's built into our platform. So just the way that Adobe or DocuSign work, with the click, the agent and the customer are able to electronically sign that application. So again, real modern way to consider payment, real modern way to consider signature. Really wanted to kind of blow the e-app, fillable PDF, those types of processes, wet signature completely out of the water, and come up with a more modern way. We know that agents really like to understand everything that they have in flight. And so a lot of the agents that we think will want to work with us appreciate having a dashboard. And so every agent who logs in through the Levinson platform to get to us will eventually see their own version of all the work that they have in flight. So this is a great way. If you've started the process to share with a customer, you don't need to kind of keep notes in a notebook. You don't need to keep it in Outlook. You don't need to keep it in Excel. Our dashboard will show you everything that you have in terms of quotes or applications in progress. We can help you set reminders so that you know, hey, I shared that form with Joe. I haven't heard about it in 3 days. We could pop a reminder inside of the platform that could communicate to other devices to let you know that you need to follow up with Joe. So just a lot of modern ways to track. And I know agents like you guys have lots of options. You also have lots of balls in the air. Just giving you better ways to kind of track your activity. Once a policy is issued, we also use our portal as a way for you as agents to keep up with that policy and to do service if that's what you would like to do or what your customer would like to do. So have some real basic CRM functionality that's built into it so you can make changes on behalf of your customer. Customer will also have a policyholder portal inside of Patriot Life to do these things, but you can see the policy. If you need to update payment, if you need to update beneficiary, you have self-service capability. So really, from your perspective, knowing that you may get involved in service, you have an option should you choose to use it. Customer always has an option to call a 1-800 number to get in touch with us. And customer also has a policyholder portal. So again, really trying to meet you where you do work and really meet your customer where they expect service. Super excited about the Fast Start program. Again, as Bill said, we're really excited and really confident in the technology, the product, and the program we have. And so really wanted to be bold with you guys and confident because we know that once you have confidence and once you try it, you're going to like it. So it is a $250 package. It is for the first paid app. The incentive will be paid 30 days after the policy is in force. Going to give everybody a couple weeks to get contracted and then run full and heavy from March 9th to April 9th. Getting started is easy. Easy is 1, 2, 3. I could sing the Jackson 5 song, but you guys probably don't want to hear me sing. Express interest through the Levinson agent portal. We have a very digital, fast way for you to get appointed and contracted, and we can be up and running in 2 weeks. So the timing fits great. Express interest, get going, and then have a 30-day window to get the Amazon package. So the summary for what we offer, competitive product and features and benefits. It's the tried and true whole life final expense. Really competitive price. Always in the top 5, usually in the top 3. And I think we are seeing plenty of instances where Patriot Life, again, a really awesome tried and true A-rated company that not a lot of folks have heard of. Within, sometimes the cheapest, but definitely within nickels, dimes, quarters, and dollars. Really competitive street commission. Unique mobile experience. Nobody is as mobile as we are, and we are the fastest quote to policy in 8 minutes in the industry for now. So that's it for me. We do appreciate your commitment. We appreciate your time. I know you have lots of options. Certainly appreciate when you choose to partner with Levinson, and certainly appreciate Bill and Joe's interest in partnering with us. And again, as you can see in our Fast Start program, we are invested in your success, and we want to make this work. Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome, Gavin. Thank you so much. And I will say there is nothing else like this available in the industry today. So what you guys have created is just awesome, and the timing couldn't be better. So I'm not just saying that because we're on a webinar right now. I have never seen technology like this in the final expense space. So we are very excited to be part of the family, Gavin. Thank you so much. Okay, so what I wanted to do now is shift gears, and Joe's going to dive in. He's going to show you what other updates, training material, videos, technology are available in the final expense arena. And then we're going to have our question of the day at the end, and we'll wrap up right before 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So I want to go over some of the top final expense resources that you have access to right on the Levinson portal. Of course, we're super excited. We actually launched this new Levinson final expense quoter. Not only shows you all the carriers in one spot, but it is mobile ready. It's a customized tool. There's built-in underwriting. What I mean by that is you'll see on the bottom left-hand side there, you can actually pick a specific health issue that your client has been diagnosed with, and it will update in real time and show you what product, what carrier, what the pricing is going to be, so you can know right out of the gate what company to go to and make sure you're providing the most accurate quote you can in that final expense marketplace. So to get there real quick, you'll see I've highlighted here underneath that quote section, it says new final expense quote engine. You basically click on that little blue button in the middle that says run quote, and then you're automatically brought to the page where you can run these quotes in real time. It's going to have all of our top final expense platforms. Of course, the Patriot product being brand new is going to be available through their dashboard for now, but you can access every other product directly through this final expense quoting system. Super fast, super easy. It also gives you immediate death benefit and graded death benefit options, even guaranteed issue. So a really neat platform to kind of check out if you haven't already been using that system. Now, Bill did mention a little bit in the beginning about the direct-to-consumer platform and the timeline for that. I just want to break down, if you haven't seen the Insure Me Now Direct platform, it's pretty awesome. This is a fully automated sales platform that is direct to consumer. It gives your clients the ability to not only kind of shop and learn about the experience, but also to run quotes, apply for coverage, get approved instantly. So we've got some pretty awesome products on here. Again, this is InsureMeNowDirect.com. You will receive an email this afternoon, like Bill mentioned, with all the links to get started, including setting up your Insure Me Now Direct website. I get asked all the time, what is the cost for this? We cover everything, 100%, from getting you started with the carriers to creating your website, even customizing. You'll see it has your picture or logo. It's got your name, contact information, and then based on what products you're actually approved with, when the client goes onto this website, they'll actually be able to run a quote in real time and see what products are eligible to qualify for, to actually get involved, do the application. And we've got a lot of things on here, from guaranteed issue, critical illness, accident coverage, even children's whole life policy. Our Sage Scholarship platform is also involved. We've got a lot of great platforms that are available. To kind of give you an idea of just what this looks like, I've actually gone in here and kind of plugged in the Gerber guaranteed issue product. So when that client goes in and enters their date of birth, what they're looking for, it gives them all the different options. They basically put in the benefit amount. They can see that quote in real time. They can also adjust that quote depending upon if it's too much, or maybe they can afford a little bit more. And then they simply hit that orange apply button. And from there, they're brought to a simple one-page e-application. This is Gerber Guaranteed Issue as an example, where they fill out all the information. The children's whole life process looks exactly the same. So super easy for a client to kind of jump in. And what's great is we've had agents who, we're actually on an appointment with a client, and they said, oh, I need to go and pull in a paper application and print everything. And then they said, wait a minute, I can just go to my Insure Me Now Direct website, pull up the e-application while I'm talking or sitting with the client, enter in all the information, payment information, authorization, with literally one page, enter everything and hit continue, and boom, the policy's done. It gets approved. Of course, it's guaranteed issue and gets actually issued directly from Gerber. So probably the easiest way to actually submit business is directly through your InsureMeNowDirect.com platform, especially if it's a guaranteed issue or final expense product. So we do have training videos that will dive into every single aspect of each product, how it's available, and how you can access it. That'll, of course, be included in today's email that goes out. When it comes to final expense, I also want to make sure everyone's aware of one of our platforms called finalexpenseexperience.com. This is basically your one-stop shop for everything final expense. So whether you're looking for competitive products, for lead systems, for final expense training, sales platforms, sales scripts, everything is included on the final expense experience. You can literally click on any one of those logos or tiles and it will bring you to that particular page. Think of this as like a great microsite, and we're constantly updating this to make sure you have all the information in one spot. We did a great webinar last week that really dove into all the final expense platforms and tools, including our lead program and what you're looking at on the slide in front of you, which is our final expense sales platform. This is called Legacy Safeguard. This is basically a way to differentiate yourself from every other agent that's out there selling final expense. It's completely free for you as an agent. It's completely free to the client, and it basically gives you a turnkey system. Even if you're already selling final expense or you're just wanting to kind of break into that marketplace, it not only gives you sales scripts, it also gives you information for handling objections on the final expense sale. What Legacy Safeguard does is it provides everything on the screen in front of you at no cost to that client, including a legacy planning guide. So it will walk you through that sale with the client. It'll walk you through making sure that you set up everything for that client. So when it does come time to claim on that life insurance policy, the funeral home locator will help their beneficiaries negotiate the price of that funeral. They'll already have all the arrangements taken care of. There's discounts on flowers, gift baskets, even estate planning attorney locators. They even help with travel assistance for surviving beneficiaries, which is huge, especially in that time of need. And you'll see in the image on the top of the screen, there's even a DVD and a CD that actually walks that client through the entire Legacy Safeguard platform. So in my opinion, when it comes to selling final expense, no matter what company or product you're selling, I would definitely take advantage of Legacy Safeguard. It really gives you the leg up. And you can even give out this free referral certificate to get referrals. There's an awesome referral guide system that's built into Legacy Safeguard that really helps agents kind of uncover more referrals and more business. So it's not just kind of a freebie for the client, but it also has a complete guide on how to earn more referrals, which, talking to most final expense agents, that's how they generate most of their new leads and their new business for the following month. So definitely awesome system. We'll send out all the details today so you can take a look at it. One of the things that is on that Final Expense Experience website includes our lead platform. And I do want to spend just a couple slides on the Final Expense lead platform because I think the platform that Gavin just covered and Bill went over is really going to help you write more policies. We have an awesome final expense lead platform that helps you get in front of more clients. And it is the only lead program that I'm aware of that offers a 20% guarantee. So I'm going to dive into a little bit on how these are sourced and how you can get started with that final expense platform. So we partnered with this vendor, and they basically offer you a special discounted rate just by being a Levinson agent. And what they do is they do all sorts of different marketing to the final expense marketplace, whether it's TV, email, blast, online banner ads, all sorts of ways to kind of drive traffic so that clients are actually opting in to get more information about burial insurance, specifically the final expense policy. There's a call center that reaches out to that prospect, and they do one of two things. If that client says, I'm ready to talk to an agent now, I'm ready to purchase, let's get started, they actually do a live transfer lead. So your phone will ring, and it will be for a client inside of a state or area that you've requested leads from. Those are the live transfer leads. In my opinion, those are going to be the best because you're on the phone with that prospect in real time. If, for example, that client says, oh, I can't talk now, I've got to run out for a doctor's appointment or a meeting, then what they do is they take all the client's information and they then send that to you as a callback lead. So you're able to reach back out to that client, make contact, talk about the different final expense products, and help them get into the right product. So you've got a couple different options. Of course, the live transfer is the first option, and then the callback leads would be the second lead option. My next slide here kind of breaks down specifically how this program works. Again, they're real time, ready to actually go over the final expense products. They're 100% exclusive. There is script and training provided inside of this platform. And what's neat is every single lead that you get is accompanied with a recording of the phone call. So if you get a lead for that client, you can actually listen to the phone call that that call center had before you jump on the phone and start having a conversation with them about final expense sales. With this platform, there is a lead training course. Once you pass that with a 100% pass rate, you get that 20% sales guarantee, which means if you go through all the leads and you don't write at least 20% of them, the lead vendor will work with you and provide additional leads until you hit that 20% threshold. A little bit about the pricing here on the bottom. Again, I mentioned there's really two different categories. The first is going to be live transfers, which is all the way over on the right-hand side. Those are $25 per lead. If you're buying in bulk, that goes down to $20 per lead. And again, those are delivered in real time. In the middle here, we have callback orders by state or nationwide. Those start at $12 a lead, and if you're buying in bulk, that goes down to $8 a lead. So if you have non-resident license, or maybe you want to use a couple different states, you can take advantage of those discounted rates. And then on the left-hand side, we've got callback orders by county. So this might be where you're actually picking a specific county or two or three, and those start at $12 per lead, and they go down to $10 per lead if you're buying in bulk. So in my opinion, to have a lead program that offers a 20% guarantee is pretty impressive. What we did was put together a brand new lead program microsite, which you're looking at on the slide in front of you. Just click on lead programs underneath agent tools, and then you'll be able to actually see every single lead program we have access to. You can click on the tile and get more information in real time. And what we usually do is actually post some of the training webinars that we have on every single one of those products, so you can learn more about how the lead program works and what are the best angles to make sure you're selling as many of those as possible. I mentioned training earlier. Here's a screenshot of the final expense playbook, which literally walks you through kind of how to sell the final expense sale, how to make that initial contact, what type of follow-up steps you should be using. So it's a really great way to kind of touch up on final expense sales and some of the angles that agents are using to make sure they're actually converting as many leads as possible. I did mention scripts earlier. We've got a ton of scripts on the website. We even have a third-party telesales trainer that we brought in. We recorded a 3-part telesales training webinar, and we post that right on the website. So you have access to every single one of these materials to make sure that you're really familiar with what those agents are doing in this type of sales and this type of environment to make sure they're capitalizing and really converting as many sales as possible.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. So it looks like we're going to be done a little early. This is definitely a first for us. So, but I know this was valuable. And again, the most important part is that you all walk away with nuggets and that you learn a little bit today, right? That's the goal. Okay, so just a few more things and then we'll get this wrapped up here. If you, let's say you want to participate a little more, leverage the lead programs, participate in the Amazon package, right, with the new Patriot product, no problem, okay? If you're already appointed, okay, and it could be Gerber, it could be Forrester's, whatever the company is. If you're with another IMO, but you want to move over to Levinson and leverage all of our resources, no problem, okay? So you transfer the contract, and 99% of the time, we're going to beat your existing commission, okay? If we can't, we're going to match it. Worst case scenario, plus you get free leads or cash for contracting. You pick with your first paid application, okay? So we make this a 100% win-win for everyone. Okay, next up, trainings. Now, you all, especially during this time, right? The expos, the face-to-face carrier meetings, right? They have all came to a halt because of the pandemic. So you're forced to work from home, right? Or your mobile office or whatever the case is. You have to constantly innovate and pivot. And especially now, look at all the carriers, how they've shifted with new e-applications and drop tickets and faster underwriting and non-med programs. So we are here to keep you in the loop. That's our job, okay? So in fact, this is funny. We actually got Carrie to go in the conference room this morning, and he speaks on the new Carrie's Corner article. He goes over it face-to-face on video for like 10 minutes. and does the Carrie's Corner introduction. Okay, we're going to blast that out tomorrow, so just check your email inbox for that. But the point is, we have to learn and pivot and get scrappy, right, to grow our business in 2021 during these challenging times. So we are here to share whatever new information, latest updates, changes from all the carriers or our technology vendors or lead programs, right? So you have to pay attention to these weekly trainings that we host for you. Okay, very, very important. If you say to yourself, you know, Bill, I really got to dive into your 2 million prospect database because I want to have my assistant or my spouse start to make some calls for me. Okay, every day of the week at 2 p.m., we host these live trainings with Kevin, our programmer, and it gives you an opportunity to speak up and ask questions and hear from other agents just like you. Okay, it's an open forum. It's like a chat room, not like what you're on today. So all of those are great, okay, especially if you've never used a CRM tool or you want to get your website up and running for free, no problem. Okay, just pick the day, time, jump on, it's free. The Levinson website, click the training calendar. All of the trainings are there and you can register and see what's coming up that week. We make it very simple. Legacy Armor is on the bottom there in blue. Okay, so we are hosting that one live. That's on March 4th. The reason why I bring this up, and I think it's so important, is you have to get creative right now. Okay, so yes, there's more agents in our industry than ever. Okay, because of the pandemic, you're seeing a lot of agents, a lot of financial advisors, CFPs, right, that are getting into our space, even in the final expense side. Like I said in the first part of the call, you know, a $1,000 commission, right? That's a big deal now, and it could lead to other opportunities. So it's more competitive than ever, and you have to get creative and think of ways to open doors. If it's the scholarship program, giving that out for free to prospects, even if they don't buy anything from you. If it's Legacy Armor, right, and you showing prospects and clients how to protect all of their valuable information on a secure vault online. So when they pass, their beneficiaries get a ping, a notification in real time saying, hey, Shirley, your father just passed. Okay, maybe he moved to Switzerland. He just passed. He wanted you to have access to his doc vault. Here's the password. Okay, and it gives Shirley everything she needs to know: life insurance, carrier and policy information, annuities, investment products. Okay, it could be family pictures from Christmas 4 years ago, the big Hanukkah dinner 7 years ago. It could be little Joshy's graduation pictures. Everything is on this secure doc vault, and you can offer this to these prospects. And then when the prospect sets up their online secure vault, every time they go in to make a change, they see your name and picture. It says provided by Billy Levinson, the local hotshot final expense superstar agent. Okay, and what does that do? Okay, it helps you with referrals, annual policy reviews. These are the things that you need to start thinking about. You need hooks, right? You need to differentiate yourself from your competition, especially because more agents are in the life insurance side than ever right now. So you have to get scrappy. We're here to help. Okay, our last slide here. Enough of my ranting. Okay, we're going to have our question of the day. And real quick, this is our Positive Tuesday quote, because today happens to be Tuesday, my favorite day of the week, which, by the way, this means absolutely nothing. I'm just trying to prove a point and show you all you should be doing the same thing on social media. I'm not saying call it Positive Tuesday, but you can have, Final Expense Wednesday and share different benefits of burial final expense policies. You can share the Legacy Safeguard Kit. Okay, you can offer a $500 coupon or gift card for the scholarship program just for someone setting up a phone call with you, an appointment where you talk about college funding for little Susie or Mary or little Johnny for the grandkids. Okay, these are ways that you can brand and market and leave a footprint. You want to be known as the life insurance guru, right? In Texas or Wyoming, wherever you work from, okay? Or if you're non-resident licensed in multiple states, even better. You should be marketing nonstop. I always say, don't listen to what we say, watch what we do. Okay, Positive Tuesday is nothing. I just created this to show you the following in the comments and how the agents look forward to this every Tuesday. I remember I skipped one Tuesday like 3.5 years ago, and I got like 10 emails. Hey, where's your quote? You know, it was kind of funny. But anyway, watch what we do. Motivation is the key to get you started, and discipline is key to keep you running. Okay, so long story short, I hope you had some great walkaways. I hope you get started with the Patriot product. No one else has this. First time ever this has been launched. Okay, it's only going to get better from here. More states are going to be rolled out. We're going to have that direct-to-consumer piece. Right now, you initiate it, and then the consumer takes it, okay, from A to Z. But we're going to have it sitting on your Insure Me Now Direct site. Plus, we have another new carrier and product we are adding to the Insure Me Now Direct platform as we speak. So you're going to see that this year, early this year as well. So great, great stuff to come. Of course, our mission statement on the right side, our question of the day for those of you that stayed on with us and that are paying attention. Okay, put your little fingers on your keyboard and get ready to rock and roll. The question is our new Patriot product. Tell me the issue ages. Tell me the issue ages of the new Patriot Final Expense, and you win the new Amazon Fire tablet. Joseph, do we have a winner today?
Yes, we do. The winner is S. Brookins.
S. Brookins, what state, Joe?
Let me check here.
S. Brookins. By the way, the answer was 55 to 75 on the Patriot product. Hopefully that will go back to 80 as soon as this pandemic starts to tighten up and get a little better here for everyone.
Yep, just double checking the state. 1 second.
Winner was S. Brookins. And by the way, don't forget, check your email inbox for the thank you email that will come from us to you today. If you do not get it, let us know. That means we have your wrong email address, so please call us, or it could be sitting in your junk or spam folder. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and we'll include licensing and everything else you need to get started. And Joe, do we have
Colorado.
a state? Colorado. S. Brookins, all the way from Colorado. Congratulations. Thank you, everyone, once again, for taking the time. We hoped that you wrote down some good nuggets that you can use to change your practice in the final expense arena. Take care and have a great Positive Tuesday.